to the ground, make sure the whole world feel it. That's just how I'm feeling. Big boss, I'm a big boss. Up north.
Today, from Toronto, Canada, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Lamar Jackson and the Toronto Mounties taking on Zach Wilson and the Indianapolis Colts.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Toronto Mounties. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Throwing is Wilson. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 139 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his full.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Mounties have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Play action. Now Wilson. In trouble, and he's taken down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. On 3rd down, Wilson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. His first carry in their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even
launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Mounties are able to stretch out their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Wilson. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Long. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again here, Wilson. That throw complete to his tight end Long. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson looking middle, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Wilson. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Joe Williams. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead. Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well. 7 yards to pick up there. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. To throw again is Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. James Prochet as the first half is winding down. And the Mounties would extend their lead here just before halftime. That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 28-0. So that drive, 4 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Hey, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wheeler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Mounties open the lead up to 34-0. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. There's Wilson. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Goes back to Sutton. This time completes it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They'll run it with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50, 30, 10.
Come on, bring it, baby.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
But, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Running the counter with Mostert. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Indy set to go on offense once more. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run the counter. Felton.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's got Smith here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So